Beyond the headlines and at the heart of public discourse, E-Koh Initiative TV delivers trusted news and informed perspectives.
Promoting accountable leadership and shaping a brighter future.
This is E-Koh Initiative TV News.
The Zikoko'S citizen video raises important concerns about the hardship Nigerians are experiencing. No reasonable person should dismiss the pain caused by higher fuel prices, food inflation, or the rising cost of living. However, concluding that nothing has been done ignores significant structural reforms and measurable progress in several areas. A fair assessment should evaluate both outcomes and the steps being taken to achieve them. Number 1, fuel subsidy, painful but necessary reform. The video correctly states that subsidy removal increased fuel prices dramatically. However, it also acknowledges that virtually every serious economic institution had long argued that the subsidy was fiscally unsustainable. The previous subsidy regime cost Nigeria trillions of naira annually, encouraged smuggling to neighboring countries, and consumed public funds that could have gone to infrastructure, education, and healthcare. Since the removal of the subsidy, Nigeria has eliminated one of its largest recurring fiscal leakages. According to President Tinubu, the government estimates that about 18.4 billion naira was previously being lost every day through fuel subsidies and related leakages. Nigeria has also attracted over $8 billion in new oil and gas investments, with another $20 billion under development, partly because investors now see a more market-driven petroleum sector. The commencement and expansion of the Dangote refinery, along with other domestic refining initiatives, are gradually reducing Nigeria's dependence on imported refined fuel. Even though international crude prices still influence domestic pump prices, could the social safety net have been stronger? Absolutely. But saying subsidy removal produced no reform ignores major changes in Nigeria's fiscal and energy landscape. Number 2, electricity. Progress is slower than Nigerians want, but reforms are ongoing. The president's promise of 15,000 megawatts has clearly not been achieved within the expected timeline. However, electricity cannot be judged only by installed generation. The administration has continued implementation of the Electricity Act, allowing states to participate more actively in electricity generation and distribution, begun addressing billions of naira in legacy debts owed within the power sector, expanded investments in transmission infrastructure and metering, introduced cost-reflective tariffs for higher service customers to improve the financial viability of electricity companies and encourage private investment. Even President Tinubu has acknowledged that power remains one of Nigeria's biggest challenges, while reaffirming reforms to address generation shortfalls, metering gaps, and sector financing. Progress has been slower than promised, but reforms are demonstrably underway. Number 3, food inflation. Government policy was not the only driver. Food prices increased sharply. Nobody disputes this. However, attributing all food inflation solely to Tinubu's policies ignores several contributing factors. Exchange rate unification increased import costs. Insecurity disrupted farming across several states. Climate shocks affected agricultural production. Global food and fertilizer prices remained volatile. Transportation costs increased after subsidy removal. The government has responded by expanding dry season farming programs, increasing agricultural financing, supporting fertilizer distribution, investing in irrigation and food security initiatives. While these interventions have not immediately reversed food inflation, international institutions acknowledge that Nigeria's macroeconomic reforms are beginning to stabilize the broader economy, even as welfare challenges remain severe. Number 4, jobs and the digital economy. It is fair to ask whether 1 million digital jobs have been achieved, but government initiatives are more extensive than the video suggests. Examples include expansion of digital literacy programs, the IDICE Fund to support digital and creative enterprises, increased broadband infrastructure, startup financing initiatives, technology innovation hubs, youth digital skills programs. Many of these are designed to stimulate private sector employment rather than direct government hiring. Whether they eventually meet their ambitious targets remains to be seen, but they represent real policy interventions rather than mere announcements. Number 5, macroeconomic stability is improving. Perhaps the biggest omission in the video is the broader macroeconomic picture. The International Monetary Fund's IMF's 2026 Article 4 consultation concluded that Nigeria's reforms over the past 3 years have strengthened macroeconomic stability and resilience, while also emphasizing that living conditions remain difficult for many Nigerians. The IMF noted economic growth of around 4%, higher foreign reserves, improved investor confidence, stronger resilience against external shocks. At the same time, it acknowledged persistent poverty and food insecurity, demonstrating that reform success at the macro level has not yet translated into adequate household welfare. That distinction matters. A country can stabilize its finances while citizens continue to experience hardship during the transition. In conclusion, the real debate should not be whether Nigerians are suffering. They are. The debate is whether the reforms were necessary and whether they are laying the foundation for a stronger economy. Reasonable people can disagree about the pace, sequencing, and communication of these reforms. Many believe the administration should have introduced social protection before implementing such sweeping changes. However, it is inaccurate to suggest that nothing has been done. Major reforms have been undertaken in fuel pricing, foreign exchange taxation, power, infrastructure, domestic refining, agriculture, and investment policy. Independent institutions such as the International Monetary Funds have recognized improvements in macroeconomic stability, while simultaneously acknowledging that the benefits have yet to reach many ordinary Nigerians. Ultimately, Nigerians should judge this administration not only by the pain of the transition, but also by whether these reforms produce sustainable improvements in jobs, incomes, electricity, food security, and economic opportunity over time. Thank you for watching. I am Lady E-Koh. Keep your mind informed and your voice engaged. Until next news, stay aware and stay inspired. Good day.